out the fork cans, so we're gonna go through the process and how to get it done. His first time working on his bike too, so he's gonna be learning some stuff.
You already know.
You already know, yep. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna find out where we wanna jack the bike. When we push this underneath this, it's never gonna go under. So we gotta stand the bike up first and slide this under. And then, hold on, when I'll stand it up and you slide it under.
Gotcha.
You wanna get the frame, this is gonna go directly into the frame. The bike is also hot, so we don't wanna burn up. So we turn the steering wheel straight, we got it locked. All right, there we go. So we stand it up straight. There you go, a little more. There you go. And then just use your feet and start jacking it up. Push on it a little bit more. Right there. You know when the bike is jacked up properly and when it's not. Yep, keep on jacking. Here we go. There we go. We're gonna take off this whole front. And we're gonna take off the axle cover, the fender, the forks. We gotta take off everything to get to this. You know what? We'll jack it up a little higher. Just a tad bit. All right, so now let's get to work. Let's do it. Oh, we're gonna have to learn to get down on them knees soon too, man, and get his pants dirty. He's too pretty. He's too pretty.
Hardware too big, gang.
Say it again.
Hardware too big, gang.
So then we got the axle cover on this side. And what you could do, you could put them down close by you too. That way you know where you at. And then we got the other side. And then I'll get the other pieces that we need in the meantime. So as you take that off, guys, we're gonna need to loosen this up as well. So anytime you guys are finding a socket, right? Make sure that it fits in the way it should, like that's seated in. And don't be afraid to kind of tap it in a little bit so you know you got it. Now this is your pinch bolt, and I'm not gonna unscrew anything. I'm gonna have hardware do it, but this pinch bolt is you have to loosen that up to get this out, to get this axle out. Then, before we do that, we're gonna loosen that up, but then we gotta take off these two bolts here to get the calipers off. And then after that, we'll pull that down, take this off, all right? So it's a process. Here we go, baby. And this don't have to come all the way out. Just pull it, just unwind.
For those of y'all that don't know, Iron Bread is in the house. Make sure y'all follow my boy Sensei at Ride Fit Nation.
Let's go,
on Instagram.
Baby. My man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, perfect. So we got that out. So we got a few things to note. You have to always note how your spacer is inside. So your spacer, look hardware. The spacer, you see that, how you got the rivets on the outside? Mm-hmm. And then on this side, let me get this camera situated. Yeah, so this see how the rubber's on the inside? Mm-hmm. That's the ABS sensor connector. So that's your spacer too. So we gotta make sure we put that back in the same way, all right?
Right.
Damn, they got this thing torqued down for dear life. Hold that handlebar. Got it? Mm-hmm. Here we go. I got one loose. I'm trying not to break my damn wrench. Ooh, baby, that's tight. Let's try something different. Got it? Got it? Mm-hmm. Here we go. All right. All right, bro. Let's get that off. And when you pull it off, be careful of your tank. I mean, your fender. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting a fender protector on here. That way you know you're good.
Right.
All right. So we got the same thing on the other side. Same treatment.
Same thing.
Same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. I'll hold it down. Broke it?
Mm-hmm.
You got both or one?
Both.
My man. That's what I'm talking about. Find out hardware is gonna be some mechanical genius up in this piece. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So we got that down. Yep. That cover is dope. All right. So now that we got that off, Now we're going to take the fender off. There you go. And then just give it one more ring. Yep, and then after that, we'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we can use the machine to pull it out. Heck yeah. All right, so we got the same thing on the other side. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, man, this is what it's about, brotherhood. This is what brotherhood is about. This is my brother from the club, Iron Bread. Y'all done see me talk about Iron Bread. Y'all don't hear me talk about the brotherhood. We help each other, that's the whole point. Never leave the next man alone. All right, so here's one of the problems that we're having, right? I mean, this has a perfect hexagon shape. It's perfect. This one is already rounded. So when you put this in here like this, it's sitting, but you can see the wiggle, right? There's nothing for it to grab. So we're gonna have to chance it, take it out, but you're not gonna be able to use that bolt again if we happen to get it out. If we can't get it out, then we're gonna have to use an extractor tool and sweat some more to get that crap out. But trust me, it's gonna come out no matter what. I think I feel love, baby. Woo-wee! Oh yeah, come on. And we ain't gonna use that again. Nice. All right, guys, don't forget when you're putting on your fork cans, these are the steps we gotta take, okay? These steps is imperative, and then we'll just get those finishing screws. That's that one right there, right? And if you want, big bro, there's a stool right here you can sit to rest your back.
Appreciate you, brother.
Ooh, look at that. Did I just see a Fender drop?
Thanks.
I think I got a backup one too. I believe I got some extra bolts. All right, so all we gotta do now, take your time and pull the fender out. Pull it out towards you. It's protected by the that cover, so you ain't gotta worry about the calipers hitting it. There we go. And look, I did have some bolts. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Come on, baby. Next thing we gotta do, we gotta get the tires off. That's not the hard part. That's easy. Let's do it. Yep. Yeah. I love that sound. Why? Woo, baby. Guys, remember, don't forget, take note of the axle. Take note of how your stuff is situated. So we're gonna knock out the axle now. And you always wanna kind of hold it in the middle, because remember, it's gonna drop out. So you took note of where that fell from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right there, perfect. And then hold your tire, get in front of it. Don't worry about the camera. I'll move the camera over here, but I want your back to be protected. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Nice. All right, guys, so listen, real quick. So we gotta take this whole thing off, right? It's not difficult, but it gets tricky. You got 2 screws right here, and then you have another one on the other side. We gotta take this ignition switch, turn it towards the left or the right, this way pretty much, and this is gonna come off. This little silver piece. There's a little knob that pulls that off. The reason why we wanna get that off is we wanna get access to this whole entire piece down here. But before I do that, let me see. And also when you put on when you put the axle, the forks back in, you want to be able to line the forks up a certain way. So that's why it's imperative that you can see all of that, all right? So we're about to get that done. All right, guys, so we already got those 2 screws off. Now, when you take this off, there's some switches back here. There's some switches back here, some plugs. So you want to be able to get back here and plug them out. And there's a one here and one there. So you take like a flathead screwdriver, which I'll get a flathead screwdriver. All right, guys, remember, this is hardware's first time doing this stuff. And I'm telling you, it's perfect. This is how we do, baby. So what he's doing is trying to get it in that crease, just to get it to lift up just a little bit. And then he's gonna pull it out. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So that part is done. So there's a squeeze button right there. See that little button? So that's the hard part. So you just use your hands, kind of figure out the positioning, and then squeeze it and pull it out. My man. And then we got one more on the other side. The other side is kind of backwards. Harley, they put it inside out, purposely, I guess, because mine is the same. So you just got to kind of get it under. Now you can pull it out a little further. I like unplugging it all because now you ain't got to worry about it being in the way. You got to get, so you got to get like under here with the finger and just feel that piece. Here we go. So see, so we got that whole piece off, baby. Let's go. All right, guys, so you want to move all this stuff to access everything you need to access, right? So we're going to take off
Yo, I'll call you when I'm
this
finished,
part
man. What's up?
as well. I'm using my extension arm. We're gonna just turn the handlebar just enough for me to get in here. Take that out, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. The reason why we're doing that, like I said, you wanna be able to get access to the bolts, okay? So that's just the cover right here. All right, that comes off. Put it where it's safe. You can move it out the way that's not gonna get damaged. All right, so hardware.
Yes,
I
sir.
got those two bolts off already. Your job now is we're gonna get up to the top.
Okay.
And we're gonna do the same thing, right? But we gotta find an angle, because what we wanna do, we wanna unscrew right here.
Take it all the way, all right?
Yeah, perfect. That way we'll be able to loosen up, give some movement. All right, we're taking the forks off now.
Just loosen it, right?
Just loosen it up. That's good. That's good. So now, we're doing both sides. And then after we finish doing that, we have some pinch bolts. And those pinch bolts will slide the forks all the way out. Y'all follow me so far? Make sure that thing fits all the way in that slot. And then you go after it. Let me show you guys, let me show you something really important. You see where this is at right now? Let me give you some light so y'all can see better. All right, look at this, look at how this is designed. See how this is set in? Look at the space there, right? You want to get that space situated right where it's at. You kind of want to mimic that space hardware. So look at it, and then you're going to mimic that spot on both sides. It's not going to be perfect all the time, but you see where it's at, how it's aligned, that little groove. You want to get that little groove right above that little slot, all right? And guys, off the camera, I was telling hardware he's going to have to get on that damn floor.
I'm gonna have to get dirty, guys.
Say it again.
I'm gonna have to get dirty, guys.
So you can get it from the top, but what happens is when you get underneath it, right, you get access, you get better access to it. So I'm gonna pull this stuff out the way. There we go. So when your eyes, you see it there? Bet. So I'm gonna hold it, because look, it's already loose. And when you're doing this, make sure you remember that these stuff will come down. And the pinch bolts, you're just gonna unloosen the pinch bolts. You're not gonna take them all the way out. There we go. Boom, I got you, brother. So look, this came out, fork is off, and guess what? Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then we're gonna take the fork hands off, switch the fork hands up. Look at my bro hardware on the floor getting dirt seat.
One time for the one time.
Let's go, dog, let's go. As my bro's doing that, I'm gonna get down here, and I'm gonna unloosen the bolts that go to the cans. There we go. Guys, this is what teamwork is, man. This is what teamwork is. I keep on telling y'all. Get people that you care about and work together. I promise you, you'll be surprised at what you get. How we doing on the hardware?
You're doing wonderful, bro.
Good. So just remember the fork is gonna come down. All right. So what I did, I unscrewed these two bolts, and I'm gonna hand loosen them up, and then you're gonna see the cans is gonna fall off. Well, not gonna fall off. I'm gonna hold it because I don't want to hurt my bro. And then boom, look at that. Here we go. So that's the old can, and we're gonna put on the new ones. I'll do one side. You got it? I got you. I got you. Let me get out of the way. This is just gonna go on right here. And there's two screws right here. You see these holes, these openings? That just goes in. You line it up, and when you grab it a little bit, you just do the same thing on the other side. And then all I do now, I just get back in here and start tightening this up. But I won't be able to get it from here, I gotta get it from the top. All right, let's do that real quick. It's a tricky tricky spot. But once you get it, you got it. So as hardware is doing that, I'm putting this side back on. Okay, this is gonna go right back up in the spot, and I'm gonna just kind of like come up to the top and look to see that same position on where the fork is, and try my best to get that fork to come up right above that line. And this is the tricky part, but it ain't as difficult as you think. It just takes a little time. There we go. And once you get the bolts in to get that position you need, then you just use your ratchet, lock it in place. And then we'll get the torque specs and all that stuff. Torque it down. And I'm gonna slide it up more, and then you could torque it. You let me know when. Remember how do you look at the eyes?
Yeah, line just a little bit above the above the jump off.
For the jump off.
Above the jump off.
New York, baby, New
You
York.
already know.
Come on, dog. All right, let me know where you need it.
Come down. All right, come up a little bit, right there.
So guys, when you tighten this down, right, I'm gonna give y'all the torque specs. So the pinch bolts for the forks is 14 to 18 foot-pounds. I got the calipers of 28 to 38. That's for the brakes. The front axle is 18 to 22. That's the pinch bolt for the front axle. That's right here. And then of course the axle nut is going to be 70 to 75 foot-pounds. I'm going to find the proper torque spec for the pinch bolts for the forks, and then we button this bad boy up. But in the meantime, what we can do now is get that tire back on, and we can start to tighten back down these pinch bolts back here, and make sure that those don't go nowhere. Ooh, that thing just added some flavor to the bike, brother. Let me get this Loctite on there, on those bolts. Blue Loctite, guys. All right, we'll get the torque specs for that too, but we could do all that later. Here we go. Here. That makes life easier once we get it lined up, you know what I'm saying? Almost. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Big facts.
Big facts. All right, guys. So we got the axle on now, the bolts on. So now we're going to tighten this down. The first thing we're going to torque is going to be that front axle. All right. So I lock the pinch bolt down. That way I know that the axle won't spin anymore, and I have this thing set up at 75 foot-pounds. So we're going to torque this down. There we go. So that's torqued down to 75 foot-pounds. We know that's good. Front axle pinch is 18 to 22. So I'm gonna go with about 22. Let me just put some Loctite on that real quick. I like to just Loctite these things, man. There we go. All right, guys, we're just putting on the brake parts now, and then that's it. We're gonna torque that down, then torque everything else down, button it up, and that's a wrap.
One thing I can say, just learn your bike, guys. It's the best thing ever. I'm still learning. This is my first time.
Okay, we're gonna torque this down to 28. I like to go to the higher end of the spectrum. You got it? There we go, got that click. Do the same thing for the other side. That's done. You ever use one, right? So, there you go. Let's get it, torque it down. Once you hear that click, you start going slow. Like, don't go fast, just go nice and easy. When you hear that click sound, then you know you did. There you go. Feels good, don't it?
Thanks.
Heck yeah. My man, let's go. We're gonna put that front bezel back on. We're connecting all those pieces back in. Everything is simple, it's just, you can't go wrong. One is on the right, one is on the left, one is in the middle, and you just snap it back in. When you hear the snap, then you know you're in. You know what I'm saying? Push that middle one in some more, hardware. That one that goes on the regular direction. It's a little tricky. Let's see what we got. And then this gotta push all the way in. There we go. All right. All right, family. Let's see what this thing looks like, man. So y'all got to witness hardware, learning some stuff on his bike. Teamwork put together. Big bro.
Teamwork make the dream work, baby.
Let's go, man.
I already know.
So what you learned today, man? What you learned? How you feel?
Man, I feel good, bro. Like, first time ever working on my bike personally. So, you know, followed the instructions. You know, it felt pretty good. Can't wait to do some more dismantling and putting shit back together, bro. That's what it's all about. Learn your bike, man.
Heck yeah. Facts, bro. Yo, give me that love right there.
Hey,
Give
man.
me that dirt, because you don't want to get dirty. We got to start getting you some
man.
dirty clothes, because he too jiggy for it.
Yo, listen, man. Iron bread forever, forever iron bread, bro.
Let's
It's all
go.
about the brotherhood, man. This man invited me over, said, yo, bring the bike over, let's get it. I'll show you how to get it done. We're here, we got it done. Salute to my brother Sensei, you heard?
Salute.
And make sure y'all follow that channel, Ride Fit Nation.
Let's go. Let's get this miles, this money, and this muscle, baby. Look at this bad boy right here. Look at this. Woo, wait. Let's go. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we are out.